Buddy, I'm filming a video, so...
Hi, guys.
Okay, you gotta go now.
Okay.
All right. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mishra, and if you're new here, I do videos about budgeting and personal finance and my debt-free journey, the good and the inevitable bad. Just a little bit about myself. So earlier on in the year, I used to work in payroll for the last 8 years, but then I transitioned to a new role. And so now I am the director of operations for a Christian media company. So we have a television show that airs on the television at 11 o'clock on Saturdays. But so I'm the director of operations, and I am currently single income and I have 3 kids. And so even though I technically just have my 9 to 5 is my primary income, I only get paid once per month because I do a little bit of side work here and there. I do have other sources of income that I get at other points in the month, but it's kind of not necessarily on a specific set day. Today, what we're going to do though in YNAB, and if you are interested in using YNAB, I do have a link in the description box below, and it will give you, I believe, a 34-day free trial. And if you do decide to continue on with the subscription, then I will get a free month. So we're going to do in YNAB my final paycheck of the month, or my 3rd paycheck of the month, which really is my actual only 9 to 5 full paycheck. But that's what we're going to do in YNAB today. So this is where I have the majority of my bills and my expenses come out of this pay. So let's just get into it. We have $7,047.08 to assign. So this is from my 9 to 5 job. I do get a tax credit that they allow me to claim through payroll. And because of that, instead of the income tax being taken out of my paycheck being like $1,800, it's closer to $1,600. So that's why this is so high. Earlier on in the year when I first started working there, this would probably be around $5,600. So that's why this is high. But so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look over to our overspent categories. So you'll see that, hold on. A lot of these items are overspent on credit. So I'm not going to touch these just yet, but I do have here retirement and investments. So I got paid and $200 automatically came out of one of my bank accounts and went into my tax-free savings account. So we're just going to cover this from ready to assign. Because that was already allocated for that. And then also automatically out of my account, this $50 goes to my Wealth Simple account, which is where I'm holding my emergency fund that I want to be up to $1,000. So we're gonna just cover that from ready to assign. And so I'm gonna leave all of these for now, but this is what, around $500? Okay, so I have my little notebook here. So the first thing that I always do, and we know this, is I give to charity. So this time I'm going to do $750. And then next I have my rent. So my rent is obviously my biggest bill. I live in a 3-bedroom townhouse. So it's $2,850. This does not include utilities. And then after that, for insurances, so this is just various for insurance for all the people in my family. So it's $420. And then I have my car insurance. So we're going to add $285.12. And there's also renter's insurance in this, and also another little bit of life insurance that I just have because I get a discount, like a multi-line discount for having it. So I've just had it for the last like 15 years. And then so my subscriptions, so you can already see here, there's been this activity in subscriptions for the month, and I do have to pay this on credit for subscription. So basically all of these subscriptions came off. And so I am going to assign $380 to this category. And that basically is just clearing out the subscriptions that came over the last month. So it's $380. And then see, now we have extra here. So that is covered when it comes to paying down the credit card. So after that, I do have a debt that I pay $350 a month. Where is it? Personal loans. So $350. And so you'll see like all of these now are funded because my 9 to 5 pay, this pay is the biggest pay. It basically covers most of my bills and most of the funding for all of the categories for the month. And then I do have utilities. So here, this $32 I think was from the previous place that I lived in. And then this now is my new bill. So it's $105.53. I'm going to put 53. It might be 33, but I can't read my own writing. And then my electricity. So this again was the bill from my old one, this $238, but this extra amount is now my new bill. So $91.30. So it's gone down from what it was at my old place, which is good. And I hope it continues to be like that. So I am getting my nails done. I was supposed to get them done today, but that didn't end up happening. So I'm getting them done next week. But so we'll add that to personal plus 80. And then, okay, so now we have $1,485 left to budget out. So I will be getting a pay, I think, in about a week. So for groceries, I'm just going to budget the remainder for this week. So we'll add $200 to our grocery bill, which is good because my grocery budget for the month is $800. So this says $831, but that's still pretty good. Like, I'm glad that I'm kind of within or close to what I had budgeted for the month. And then other than that, we have fuel, which again, I think I'm just going to, I already put gas in my car today and I only like to fill it, it was $25 because I hadn't driven that much. So even though I have written down $100, I think I'm actually just going to put this at 50. So I'm just going to add $50. And so now I have this $50 to spend for the next week if I need it. Yeah. And then now it's, before I do anything, it's my son's birthday. So we'll go to gifts and I'm going to budget $150 for that. Yeah. So his birthday is at the beginning of October, but I don't really have another pay closer to his birthday, or I don't want it to be too close to his birthday. So I'm going to budget it out for right now. And then now $1,085. So for my emergency fund, I wanted it to be at $1,000. And right now I think it's at $850. So then I need another $150 to get it to that $1,000. So that's what I'll do. And I believe it goes in this category. So it's at a negative right now, and I'm not exactly sure why, but we'll add, I guess, 170 so that that's not negative anymore, because I'm not really sure what that's about. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. And then other than that, $935. So I still need to put money on my credit card. So I think I'm going to, what do we see up here? $447. So I'm going to assign that $447. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we'll add 450. Okay. So here it's saying, that's not really what I want to do. I'm only going to make a payment of $450. Yeah, the credit card part of YNAB is a little bit confusing. And I think part of the reason why it's confusing is because I have a balance on my card. So it's not like I have like 200 and then I clear it off every month. So even though this is saying I spent on credit, like you have $897 set aside for payment. Want to send more? Add money to assigned. So I actually think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to minus the $450 that I just put in there. Yeah. And what I will do is I will just make this payment. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll probably make $450, and that is what I will put towards my credit card. So I think that's going to work. I'm going to see how that all works out because it's a little bit confusing to me, but I think it's because I have a balance. So now I have $935.13 left over. But I think, no, guys, I'm going to add it back. I'm going to add it back. So we're going to add back the $450 because then it will take it from my ready to assign, which I feel like that is more accurate because I don't have like $800 to allocate towards my credit card. So we're assigning the $450 and that's what we're doing. So then I have $485 left over. So I think what I'm going to do is in my miscellaneous category, is there anything else that I have to fund? Technically, I should put $18 here because I do have bank charges in one of my bank accounts. Groceries is fine, fuel is fine. Car maintenance, I'm not putting anything in this category, but the way my car is sounding when I start it, I'm about to be using my emergency fund. And I'm really going to pray that that doesn't happen, but I need to take my car to my mechanic sometime in the next week if I can find the time to do it. Dining out, yep, fully spent. That sounds about right. Okay, and then so I have an account, or part of my pay, $600 is a travel allowance. So I take that money and I put it into a separate account. Well, it goes directly from my paycheck into the separate account. So from that account is what I took the $200 from my tax free savings account. And then from that account is what I also took the $50 to go towards my emergency fund. So that's $250. So in that account, there is no longer the $600. There is $350. So I'm just going to put that $350 here because that's what I want to remain in that account. Yeah. And then, other than that, I'm just going to put the remainder of the money in miscellaneous because that's what I do every single time. And then as I use the money, I'll assign it if it ended up using it for kids or whatnot. So we'll just add $117.13. Okay, and so that is all of our money assigned for the month of September. My camera definitely ran out of storage at the end, but that is basically my zero-based budget, how I budget in YNAB. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can stay along for the journey of me going through this life transition and how I manage my finances. Also, on my journey to pay off my credit card debt, even though it's not a lot, but it still takes effort to be able to do that. See you in the next paycheck. Bye.